Welcome back to my Game of Thrones series, Lords and Ladies. This is your Liege Lord, the Godless Gamer, and we are continuing our series with episode 24, and I'm kind of nervous about this one because I have a specific goal in mind that I would like to see happen this episode, but it's going to be very intense because I'm mostly relying on RNG. The decision that I'm talking about is being able to strengthen our bloodline. We're not going to be able to do it with our current ruler, but we want to have a son who qualifies, so when we take control of our son, we want to be able to make the decision, and I'm running out of time to kind of do it. We want to do strengthen bloodline, and all the pieces are in place. We have everything that we need in order to get a child with all of these traits. Both mom and dad have the traits. I'm just kind of relying on RNG to give me the son, and I'm not really very confident that RNG is going to be very kind to me, but we can help ourselves. And we've been helping ourselves in a lot of ways. We became a soulmate with our wife, which will increase the odds of us having kids. I'm in the diplomacy lifestyle, and I'm in the family focus. We're actually going to get out of this in a second, but I'll explain. We also have this necklace that we're wearing that increases our fertility by 20%. So I'm doing a lot of things to increase my fertility, but I can do even more. That's what I was talking about with the lifestyles. We're going to switch out of diplomacy. My initial objective was to get down to patriarch and get this plus 20 fertility bonus in family patriarch, but I think or just in the family hierarchy tree, getting patriarch, I think it's going to take me a little too long. This is going to take me a few years to get, and my wife isn't getting any younger, so I'm kind of running out of time to have kids. I don't have the patience to wait for this. We can do something else. We're going to jump into intrigue. We're going to get into the temptation focus, which will give us 20%. So we're not losing this 20. We're still benefiting from it by being in the temptation focus. And the first thing I'm going to do, the first perk I'm going to get is like weeds in a garden, plus 30% fertility. So that's more than the 20% I would have gotten with the patriarch perk. And I'm getting it instantly. I don't have to wait until I get 4 perks. I can just get this one immediately. So I'm going to grab this first. We're going to be stuck in intrigue for a little bit, but we'll get a few more perks in intrigue. There are a few that I want to get, like Truth is Relative and the murder perks. I might want to commit some murders later in my life, so these will be handy to get. So even if we stay stuck in intrigue for a little while, that's okay. I'll grab a few perks, and then we'll jump back into diplomacy, get back in family focus, and then we'll try to get patriarch as quickly as we can. So I'm switching out of diplomacy. I need to make sure that my Castellan is also in the intrigue lifestyle. That way I can get the perk quicker. So that should help us get to our plus 30% fertility a little bit faster. And what's really nice is we are about to get our next legacy, our next dynasty legacy. It's very soon, maybe in like a year or so. And this will increase our fertility by 10% because I'm going to get bounteous loins. And what's really great is not only I'm not the only one benefiting from this. My wife is also in my dynasty, so she gets to enjoy these legacies as well. So when I get this, my wife's fertility will increase by plus 10% too. So we are doing so much to increase our fertility. We're going to have a bunch of kids this episode, and it's going to be so much fun to judge each and every single one of them. Let's hope we have a son that qualifies to do the strengthened bloodline decision in the future. Let's keep our fingers crossed, guys. As far as everything else goes, there's some other things that I wanted to show you. We'll let time go by now. I'll start playing. I influenced both of my children, my son and my daughter. My daughter wanted to be temperate. My son, not so much. He would rather play with dolls. He doesn't want to be temperate. Well, it doesn't matter. That son is going to get replaced by a better son, so he's not going to be my heir anyway. So there was another thing I wanted to discuss. I've got this guy pinned here. I've got the Lord Paramount of the Stormlands pinned, because I want to see if he has any sons, so I can finagle a matrilineal marriage out of him with one of my daughters or something, and we can try to get a dynasty member on the throne of the Stormlands. So I've got him pinned. I'll glance at him occasionally and see if he has any sons. I'm trying to sway my liege lord. His opinion could use a little bit of work, so I guess I'll spend 150. Why not? I'm not spending money on anything right now. But I will be in the future. I have another thing I wanted to show you guys. I realized that we don't have a Valyrian Steel sword in our dynasty. Like, all of the great families of Westeros like have a Valyrian Steel sword, and I noticed that one of my vassals, this Lord Eric, the Duke of Hornvale, He has 2 of them. He has 2 Valyrian Steel swords. I want to try to buy one of them. I want to buy Tranquility. Look at all the rewards. This is better than Jaime's sword that we have equipped right now. This is way better. It's Valyrian Steel. It's illustrious. I get plus 10 prowess. I get some monthly renown, which is really great. This is way better than my sword. I'll even show you. Show you Jaime's sword. No renown gain from this. And this is only plus 6 prowess. This is plus 10. I really want this sword. The odds of him accepting the transaction are at 0 right now, but I can try to get a hook on him. Another reason why I'm happy that we're in the intrigue lifestyle now, because I can get truth is relative. I can fabricate hooks. I can fabricate a hook against that guy and make him more willing to sell me that Valyrian Steel sword. So maybe we'll get a Valyrian Steel sword this episode too. That would be really nice. Let's get an amazing son, and let's get a Valyrian Steel sword. And let's get more conquest too. That's pretty straightforward. Our next war is going to be with the Iron Islands. We just need one more claim, and we'll have all the claims to finish the Duchy of Eastwick, and I can create a duke. I actually have a dynasty member lined up to make a duke, so I'm ready for this war. I'm really ready for it. We have a truce with the Iron Islands, though, so we have to wait 3 years for that to end. But we can fight other wars in the meantime. We're going to go back to fighting in the Crownlands. I want to fight Massey's Hook, the Duchy of Massey's Hook. It's a really big duchy. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 counties in it. It's a very powerful duchy. So if we take this direct vassal away from our liege, this should weaken him quite a bit. So my next target is Massey's Hook in the Crownlands. Alright, wifey, I am depending on you. Please. Please, please give me an amazing son. Our level of fame just went up, which is really good. So one more level of fame and we become a living legend, which is what we need because we are suffering a big... We're suffering a big stress gain penalty because this character is obsessed with becoming the most famous person possibly ever. So if we become a living legend, this should get rid of this. And we'll drop this stress gain penalty, which is really punishing. Plus 50% stress gain. So all stressful events are really going to freak me out. We're still suffering this ongoing heartache penalty too, which won't go away until 464, which is a long time. So we really have to manage our stress carefully this episode. I really want to be careful. I don't want to do anything stupid. We want to be careful with this ruler. Some buildings just finished. That's okay. I don't need to build anything right now. I want to save up a little bit money. We're going to need money to fight wars, and we're going to need money to buy that sword that we want. So we're going to get to work fabricating claims against Massey's Hook. They're probably going to be the people that I fight next. I don't think this truce with the Iron Islands is going to end before then, but we'll see. My lord huffs Larissa as she marches up to me, hauling my son. This dreaded child has been lying in wait around corners wearing a lynx skin for a collar. He's scaring people. I can get a weak hook on my wet nurse. I can get some stress relief, but my son's not going to be really happy about it. But that's okay. He's confused? What? Why is my son confused? Oh, maybe it's because we tried to influence him. We tried to influence his personality. Maybe that's why. But I'm going to take the stress relief. I need it. We're going to upset our son a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. He's most likely going to get replaced as my heir by somebody else, so... And my wife is pregnant right when I say that. Yes, we didn't even get the perk yet. And she's already getting pregnant. That's a really good sign, guys. That's a really good sign. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. So far, so good. I need to move my steward. I don't want to forget to do this, guys. I really want to improve the development in my domain. I expect Lord Redmond would be keenly interested in the information I have acquired indicating his grandmother Meredith. That's my mom. She's sleeping with my maester. My mom is sleeping with my maester. I will tell him only in exchange for a favor. I can get a weak hook against my nephew, who is the King of the Vale, and I can get some intrigue lifestyle experience. That's what I want. I want that. Nope. He didn't accept. I increased my level of devotion? Not bad. A new situation in court involving the maester that's sleeping with my wife. What is he doing to my son? From my throne, I hear the visceral cries of my son and heir Redmond and the sounds of a struggle. Promptly bolting up and racing down the hallway, I skid to a stop when I see my courtier, not gonna pronounce your name, restraining the poor lad with one arm and awkwardly clutching a book with the other. He's forcing my son to read something. I'll improve my maester's opinion. My son, he doesn't have a choice but to love me. I brought him into this world, I can take him out. Please get your wife pregnant, man. I wanna usurp your lands. But I need you to have sons for that. Come on, man. I just lost my Castellan right in front of my eyes. Let's make sure our Castellan has really good intrigue. That way they can help me get to my perk faster. Not many good choices here. I can make my Spy Master my Castellan. I think I'm going to do that. I'll make somebody else my Spy Master. I'll make this guy my Spy Master. Another one of my Dynasty members. We're just about to our next legacy, and we can get Bounteous Loins. We don't have to sway our Liege Lord anymore. I can stop doing that. Let's see if there's anybody who needs some immediate opinion gain. I'll do this guy here. Let's challenge him to a board game first, because I can lose some stress. I need stress relief. And we'll get our wife to help us cheat. We won. There we go. Relieve some stress. And we had a son. A son to start. Alright, guys. Here we go. He has to be a genius. He has to have at least hale and comely. He needs all three of those. At the bare minimum, I'll be honest, guys, even if we don't get that, at the bare minimum, he needs to be a genius, because that way we'll have a better heir. We'll have a more attractive heir, because he's got age on his brother. He's got 7 years on his bro. So if he's at least a genius, we have a new heir, but we want more than just him being a genius. We want more than that. So here we go. We've ramped up the tension as much as we can. Here we go. Nope. He didn't get what we want, but he's a better heir. My first son is Redmond. He's going to be Raymond. Everybody loves Raymond. So not a big deal. We have plenty of time. My wife is still young, and we still have to boost our fertility. So we're still going to have a lot more kids. A lot more chances to have a good son. Before I forget, I'm not going to designate my... some of you might be saying, hey, why don't you just designate him your son right now? Or designate him your heir right now. I like to wait till all my children are born, and then it's one of like the final decisions that I like to make. So we're going to wait to designate him, but just so I don't forget that he's better, even though it's not that hard to forget that he's better, I'm going to give him a circlet, just so I can visually see, hey man, this guy is your heir. He's going to be your heir. For now. That could change at any time. So my Septon is doing really well. My Septon's actually getting pretty old, and he's going to die soon. Let's hope we get a better one. And I need to start befriending people, because having more friends will help me relieve stress. And if I'm going to lose friends soon, like this best friend that I totally forgot we have, once this best friend dies, I'm really going to stress out. He's ailing too. So I need friends to replace the ones that I'm going to lose. Because we have the Confidants perk. Each friend adds minus 5% stress gain. I want to benefit completely from this. So I need friends. Let's find somebody to befriend. Maybe one of my chancellors. Or one of my counselors, excuse me. Let's befriend our spy master. I'm already friends with my steward. I'm already friends with my Septon. My spy master is relatively young. He's a murderer, but I guess it goes with the territory of being a spy master. Let's befriend him. I need friends, man. Be my friend, bro. Come on. Let's keep a careful eye on our stress level. Somebody wants to make me armor. Sure, you can make the armor, but you're leaving as soon as it's done. 231. Alright, we can give that to a knight. Let's improve some of our knights. Let's invest in our knights. Learning Valyrian is really hard. I feel like there's no more room in my head. It's full. Which is ridiculous because he only knows one language. What are you talking about? My best friend is encouraging me to keep going. That's what best friends do. They stick by their friends. Until they die and cause us to stress out. Let's see how long. 12 months until we can fight that war. I'm gonna dedicate this armor to my wife so she gets the hint that we want to have more kids. And we just got our perk. So we'll improve our wife's opinion. Actually, I take that back. That's kind of redundant. I would just be doing that for role-playing purposes. This would be fun, but her opinion doesn't need any help. Let's get some more prestige. I really want to become a living legend as soon as possible, so we can get rid of that 50% penalty to our stress. Let's race towards living legend. And let's get, like, weeds in a garden. Increase our fertility. Our dynasty legacy should be... Our dynasty legacy should drop soon as well. I gain a lucky chessboard artifact. Or I can release some stress. Obvious choice. Stress relief, please. And right when I want stress relief, the grovelers come a-knocking. Alright, hold on, guys. Hold on, grovelers. Just wait a second. $18 months, I gotta move my steward. I can teach my children languages. I almost forgot to do that. My maester knows High Valyrian, so I can teach this to my kids. I need to educate my son too, but I'm already doing... I already have 2 wards. I'm gonna drop my daughter. I'm sorry, daughter. I love you. But I want to raise my sons. I want to make sure people who have the potential to become my ruler, I want to make sure I'm prioritizing their well-being and their personalities and stuff first. It's not that I don't love my daughter, but the odds of her taking the throne are very slight, so... We'll give her a good guardian, though. Somebody who's really good at stewardship and has a good personality. My lady-in-waiting? She's got a great personality. All 4 of her personality traits are amazing. She can do it. Let's listen. We'll listen to grovelers very quickly. Very quickly. Somebody wants land. I have the right. I have a right to the lordship of Crakehall. That's not one of my domains. This duke wants a piece of land that is outside his de jure lands. Like, he wants something that's completely out of his reach. He's really grasping at straws here. I'm not going to let him do it. I'll take some stress. If I have to do some kind of stress-relieving event, we'll do it. Somebody wants to promote culture in the Iron Islands? No. My focus is really improving the development in my domain, so... This isn't even one of my domains. This is something that belongs to somebody else, so I have no real motivation to try to improve it. I'll take an opinion hit. That's fine. Not my problem. This guy who has 1 foot in the grave is trying to get one last thing before he dies. He's trying to get one thing from me, but he's not gonna get it. He's sadly mistaken. He's ill and he's infirm. He's probably gonna die pretty soon. Come on, wifey. We're not done yet. Let's keep having kids. Just about to get our legacy. Almost there. We successfully learned High Valyrian. This morning I had a delightful encounter with a charming young servant. We joked, we laughed, and we parted with glad hearts, all because I made the effort to be somewhat more personable. Perhaps I could apply this bout of flirtatious confidence to more than just my personal affairs. Is something going to increase my fertility? No, just increase my attraction opinion. Don't really care about that. If it was fertility, yes. But I don't think so. No thanks. There we go. We got our legacy. So my loins are going to become more bounteous, and my wife's loins are going to become more bounteous. Because we're both in the same dynasty, so we both get this. So more fertility on both sides of the marriage. If my stress gets any worse, we'll do something about it. Our truce with the Iron Islands is going to end in 4 months. That's going to be the next conquest we get, and then pretty much right after that, our befriend scheme succeeded, but I don't like that he's wounded. Is he going to die right after we became friends? Inspiration realized. Wow, it's pretty good. Is it better than mine? Yeah. It's better than the armor I have right now. More modifiers. Injury resistance I'm getting from this one. This one gives me prestige, which is more important to us because we want to become a living legend. So I actually am going to replace this. We're going to wear the new armor, and we'll give the old armor to... my son's not really old enough to give armor to, and he's not going to be my heir anyway, so I think it'll be more practical to give it to a knight. There's a knight that doesn't have anything yet. Aegon. His prowess isn't being improved by either a weapon or armor, so let's give it to him. He's wearing the armor of a king. What an honor. I just noticed that my spymaster is my knight. Absolutely not. My chancellor's my knight too. They are pretty good, but I would prefer they don't die in battle. Please. We're about to declare war, so good thing I noticed that. I'm going to grab some other claims against some other duchies in the Crownlands as well. We'll work on the Duchy of Hayford next. Come on, you guys, let's go. I figured this would happen. This guy and his wife wouldn't get pregnant. She is a homosexual, so that's kind of reduced their odds a little bit, but still, they should have something. My son is old enough to be a squire now, so he's going to squire for us. We'll raise our son. We'll give our son a knightly education. And we'll influence his personality again. Attempt number 2 for him to become temperate. Let's hope it goes through. Come on. Yep. That's my boy. Okay. That's a little bit more stress than I'm comfortable with, so we're gonna go on a hunt. Hopefully somewhere really, really close. There's a row sighting? Alright, I don't really care about the item that we get at the end of it. I'm not concerned about that. I'm concerned with stress relief. That's why we're doing this. And we'll try to befriend somebody too. I could befriend my liege. I could befriend my nephew. The King of the Vale. I could befriend my brother. I'm gonna befriend my bro. I need friends, so let's do it. My wife's pregnant again. Yes. Alright, cool. This is the guy that I want to buy the Valyrian Steel sword from. Are you still unwilling to sell it to me? Yeah, the odds actually got worse. He's got it equipped, so that really digs into it. Alright, we'll see what we can do. Hopefully we can get a hook on him and try to convince him. Or maybe he'll die soon and his heir will be more willing to sell it to me. I just lost a maester and I lost an admiral. And I'm probably about to lose my master-at-arms too. He's pretty wrinkly. Oh, look at this. I have somebody in my court that can replace my maester already. I don't have to send for one in the Citadel. I guess he's okay. He's got 18 learning, which is pretty good. I'll take it. Once we come back from this hunt, we're going to declare that war. My brother is a hunter. I'm going to appeal to his social side. Oh no, he's shy. He's not social. Compassion. His stewarding side. I'll do that. I think I won him over. We became closer to forming a friendship. We didn't actually become friends. Damn it. I can get some money from this decision, but I'm not gonna risk losing the, This one gives me more stress relief anyway. I'll do that. Four more months. The hunt fails. But that's okay. We got all that stress relief. We got some more prestige, so a little bit closer to living legend. Good. It's wartime. We're going to be taking an entire duchy with this war, so this is a really nice war, a big one. Let's see if he comes and suicides against us. He has more men. He's fielding more men. But the quality of our army, look at the quality. We're going to wipe the floor with him. He just came and suicided. Good job, man. Honestly. I guess it was the only thing he really could do. He didn't have many options. I'll give him credit for not being a coward. I had another son. Yes. Here we go. Alright. Let's see how this son turned out. Better. Better. Not what we needed, but better. He's the new heir now. He's the new heir. So sorry, son number 2. Your crown just got taken away. It now belongs on his head. So we're working towards what we need. Like, things are getting slowly better and better and better, but still not what we need. He just needed hail. I'm gonna make this one Robert. We don't have a Robert yet. I might have to drop my eldest son as my ward, just so I can pick up my youngest son. But I'll wait until my youngest son's childhood trait exposes itself, and then once that happens, then we'll start raising him. I don't have to fight this person, but I will if I have to. I will if they make me. They're coming and fighting me. Okay. I guess. Well done. Now my eldest son wants to be sadistic. After I just relieved all that stress, now... He's not going to be my heir anyway. He's already been passed over. So he's going to be sadistic. My mom has bubonic plague. I can't dismiss her. I can't tell her to leave. She better not get anybody important sick. Let's just hope that she dies quickly. She's gout-ridden, she's infirm, she has the plague, she's wounded. She's one-legged. She better die soon. Just quickly die and don't get anybody else sick, please. You gain 350 prestige. And this guy becomes my rival. I'll just take it. There we go. She died. She didn't get anybody else sick. But I gained a bunch of stress because of that. This is an inventory artifact. I'm going to give this to my current heir. Somebody else to befriend? This war is a little tedious, but we're doing it. We're winning. My son lost his first tooth at 10 years old. I lose a bunch of stress. I needed this. Thank you, son. I will give you 50 gold. Let me see what that tooth actually does. More prestige. I'm just gonna give it back to him. It was worth it just for the stress relief. Some random guy just joined my court. Where did you come from? I don't need you. Grab Truth is Relative. We'll start that Fabricate Hook scheme against the guy with the sword that we want. And we're still stuck in Intrigue. I hope we're not stuck in here for too long, because I want to get back into Family Hierarch. I'm running out of time to get this plus 20% fertility before my wife just gets too old. So let's start that Fabricate Hook scheme. We'll put our Spymaster on support schemes. And we'll start fabricating a hook against you. I'm going to take some stress because of it, but it's worth it. The odds are good. 90% success chance and 95% chance that it won't be discovered. So let's hope that that's actually true. And that we actually get that. If I just get one more castle, that should tip me over the edge before these guys take this away from me. Come on. The success chance increases by 10%. I think it's worth the money. I'll do it. What are the odds now? Still 90%. Alright, one more castle. Can we get this one now? Just before this guy captures this. Oh, well, we got it. We got it. I've noticed that you're interested in the arts of subterfuge, my lord. I might be able to help you learn even more. She becomes my mentor. Is this when she's going to ask us a bunch of questions, and if we don't answer the questions right, like we fail or whatever? Alright, not concerned about that right now. Let's give this away. Oh, no, let's create the duchy title first. Come on, army, you're in the way. Let me click. There we go. And I have a cousin right here, Reginald Fairgrave. Look at his personality. Amazing. Really good skills, well-rounded. He'll be a competent vassal. He'll rule his realm well. And he's got some good traits here. Trusting, opinion of leash plus 15, which gets a little canceled out by ambitious, but he's patient too. So overall, net plus 5 leash opinion. I like it. He's young too. He's 24. Good old-fashioned nepotism. Another Fairgrave Duke. We're just gonna release this woman. I'll get money from you. Take a hook on you. And banish you. Take your 3 gold. Thank you. I have a lot of money. Let's just double check. He still won't sell me the sword. Nope. Okay. Let's spend a little bit of money here. I'm building some new buildings in some of my holdings. I kind of messed with the composition of some of my domains. Got rid of some buildings, and I'm going to start building some new ones. They're relatively cheap because they're low level, so I'll just build these up. Everything else is getting a little bit too expensive. Oh, that's not so bad. I'll do that. My wife is pregnant again. Amazing. I'm gonna give my armies just a second to breathe. We'll give them a couple of months because we just ended that war. And we're gonna fight the Duke of Massey's Hook. And hopefully our Liege Lord will be traveling by then, but we'll see. Some stress relief. Nice. I made a friend. Who's sick? Watch, he's gonna die. He discovered the scheme, but he doesn't know it's me. Can I hire agents or anything? No, I can't. My spy master is already helping me. I could switch my wife to help me too. Let's see how much it... I'm willing to be over my domain limit just temporarily for a little bit. I guess she helped a little. And if I wanted to, I can get into the skullduggery focus to help my intrigue out. But I'm prioritizing getting fertility over getting this Valyrian Steel sword. Way more. So we're going to get back into diplomacy, and we're going to work our way towards Patriarch. Hopefully my wife isn't too old by the time we get this. But let's switch our Castellan to diplomacy, and she can help me get my perks faster. And I'll stay over my domain limit temporarily. Let's finish this. Let's see this through. What's the worst that could happen? He discovers the scheme, he finds out it's me, and then his opinion just takes a hit. Yeah, we'll just stay over our domain temporarily. A faction created against me and my Liege Lord at the same time. She'll accept a board game, and I could use a little bit of stress relief. Wifey, just help me very quickly with this board game. I need your help cheating. Now that her opinion got better, let's hope that that faction goes away. Yep, there it goes. Ooh, we can hunt a whale. We get basically 300 gold for free. Prowess challenge. Nice. Free money. I can change one of my vassals' contracts if I don't mind if I do. Let's make sure I'm teaching languages to all my kids. This son wants to be rowdy. I'm not going to raise him myself. I'm going to save that slot for my youngest son now. I'll give him a martial education. Oh, I am raising him already. It's the eldest son that we want to drop. Sorry, son. He'll still be my squire. He's just not going to be my ward anymore. I'm giving him a martial education too, so we'll give him to somebody who's just like a good knight or something. This guy who has a one-dimensional personality, he's only brave. Yeah, let's do him. He can raise my son. And my youngest son is being raised by me. A lot of family managing this episode. I do enjoy it. I do enjoy it, though. It's always fun to have kids and judge them all. We're about to have another one. Literally, we're about to have it. She's about to pop. Sing of the Valor of House Fairgrave. Get some more prestige and piety. Another son. I like the name, Rob. Here we go. He's the exact same as his brother, so he's the new heir now, because he's younger. So we have another son that we have to raise. Alright. He can stay Rob, I guess. That's fine. Oh, no, we don't have a Ryan yet. We need a Ryan. Redmond, Raymond, Robert, and Ryan. Alright, Robert. You lost the crown now. Sorry, kid. We have a new heir. I might end up dropping this 3-year-old son. I'll raise my 2 youngest sons. Yeah, sorry, kid. He's just getting a martial education. There's plenty of people that could give him a good martial education. So we'll drop him. The people that are most likely to be my heir take precedence. They get my education. They have the honor of being my student. Okay, the scheme is almost done. So far, so good. I need another friend. I'm gonna try to befriend my brother again. It spells the end of my efforts. Lord Eric has discovered that I'm attempting, so he figured out. He found out it was me. He took a little opinion hit. Well, actually quite a lot. Minus 40. But he still likes me. So it failed. So our next bet, our best bet now, at least until we can fabricate another claim again, or fabricate another hook against this guy, until we can do that, maybe he'll die soon, and his son will be more receptive, and we can try to manipulate his son. So, let's fight another war. Put my wife back on managed domain. And I'm actually going to start fabricating hooks against some of these dukes that I've created, whose contracts could use some modifying. So we're going to fabricate a hook against this guy. It's going to stress me out a bit. Is my leash traveling? Please be traveling. Nope. He has no allies. He's super weak. Let's get it. We are almost done with our innovations, guys. Just 2 more, or 3 more. We'll do Royal Armories next. There was a rock slide in the Lordship of Casterly Rock. We'll send some men to sort it out. It's only 15 gold. Some prestige. Some stress relief. Thank you, Jester. We're managing our stress pretty well. I have a weapon here that doesn't give any prowess. It does give some prestige, though. I don't care about my knights having more prestige. I don't care about that. I do care about, maybe some of my sons. I'll give it to my eldest son. We're getting close to the end, guys. We're about 10 minutes away. Let's get this war done, and then hopefully my wife can get pregnant one more time at least. I can hear it echoing down the corridor, light giggles, occasionally breaking out into full peals of laughter. As I round the corner, the culprits are revealed. Redmond, with judging by the discarded books strewn across the table, his studies very much abandoned, has his brother Robert clutched in his arms. He's playing peekaboo with his brother. Lord Redmond gains tight-knit for 25 years. A close family opinion plus 15. And we relieve a little bit of stress. Nice. He's being a good big brother. I have no stress, so let's get some more prestige. One more castle. Oh, we have a new Septon, I notice. I know we have a Ginger Septon. His learning is worse. But he is younger, and maybe he can... I don't know, our old Septon had 14 learning, so... maybe he can get up to that level? I don't know. We're kind of stuck with him. Not trying to murder my Septons right now. As much as I would like to. As much as I would like to just murder people right now, we don't need to. Whoops. Me and my brother became friends. There we go. I still need another one. My Septon died, so I need to replace him. Let's befriend our new Septon. We have some people we need to ransom. Can't forget about the prisoners. Can't forget about them. all 18 of them. There's a little civil war going on in here. So we've got 9 years left. We've got 9 more years to have kids. That's plenty of time. It's just really up to RNG now. We've done everything we can. At least until we get Patriarch. But by the time we get it, we're not going to have much time left, so... Another situation in court? What's going on? My son Redmond walks into my throne room with mud and blood caked all over his face. I stand up in consternation, intending to rebuke my son for his impropriety, when Master of the Hunt Eric strides in, similarly muddied and bloodstained, grinning from ear to ear. They just went hunting together. You lose 42 stress because you are a hunter. I don't have any stress, do I? 31, yeah, I do. I could not be prouder. Lord Redmond increases his prowess, and he gains some opinion. Alright, let's do that. I'm really liking all these stress-relieving events that we've been getting this episode. Really helps to keep things manageable. I'm not freaking out and constantly reacting to a bunch of stress events. Somebody has an inspiration. She wants to study immortality. And she is in my artificer already. She's a drunkard. I don't know how much she's going to learn about immortality. But I'll sponsor her. Maybe the potion that she'll make will increase my health or something. Alright guys, we're about to hit an hour. Let's see if we can do anything else. No more wars. I did fabricate those claims against the other duchy here. But I'm not ready to start taking this yet. We're going to immediately be taking the duchy capital, and I'm not ready to give the duchy title to anybody yet. So I'll just hold on to that. We'll keep fighting Massey's Hook and the Iron Islands. You're a good son. I'm getting along with Robert. He just gave me a hug. My level of splendor just went up. We're now glorious. House Fairgrave is now glorious. I made another friend, so now we're friends with our Septon. Nice. So we have 5 friends, which is what we want to maintain. We're going to lose a best friend soon. My best friend he's still ailing. But he's going to die soon, and we're going to stress out when it happens, and we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But currently we have 5 friends, which is what we wanted. I think I'm going to wait until this Fabricate Hook scheme is done, and then I think I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. We won't go too much longer. Great episode, though. been getting a whole bunch of sons, better sons, younger and younger potential heirs. We haven't gotten what we want, of course, but I'm glad that my wife is at least getting pregnant. Like, our work, it's not like we did all this and she isn't getting pregnant at all. She is getting pregnant. She's doing what we want. It's just RNG isn't on our side. And that's okay. I can't blame her for that. That's not her fault. We've gotten younger and better heirs. That makes me happy. Somebody just started a cadet branch. My master at arms, who's in my dynasty, just started a cadet branch. Branch Fairgrave of Deepway. What's their motto? House Fairgrave of Deepway was forged by the Smith's hammer. Oh, this is one of those generic mottos that you get. This is like a motto that the game created. Like, we're starting to run low on the mottos that like are accurate to the Game of Thrones, like to Westeros. Now the game is starting to create its own mottos, and they're not very great. They're very generic. Not interested. I can hold port again. All right, let's end it this way. Oh, no. We'll get this done really quickly. I'm going to kind of speed through this groveling session. Hold on. Let me take a look at this situation. My maester at arms, the Duke of the Crag, wants Lordship of Highview. Oh, I see. He wants something that belongs in his duchy by right. This is by rights de jure part of the crag, and he just wants this. He's trying to take it from somebody who doesn't rightfully... I mean, he owns it, but it's not by right. So I'm willing to give the Duke of the Crag, the guy that just created that dynasty, or the cadet branch, we'll give him his rightful land. Now this guy wants to do a survey for 500 gold. Okay. Surveys are great. Surveys are really great. They're worth the investment. Alright, for reals, we're just gonna wait for the fabricate hook scheme to end, and then we'll finish off. I found this book when visiting the market in Waden. It's a book attributed to the fabled alchemist Jabir ibn Hayyan. Oh, yeah? We could give it to her? No. Or I could sell it. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to sell it. This has nothing to do with the potion that she's making. A fertility plus 15%, so we actually got something nice. She gave me more fertility. Yes, we're going to quit that immediately. I'm going to just replace something... I'm going to replace the stag antler. Did I not just get that? What the hell? Is that a court artifact? Are you serious? That's a court artifact? Okay, never mind. Let's re-equip that. I thought that was an inventory artifact. Let's see. The fertility is something that I really want right now, so I'd be willing to replace one of my pedestal items. This famed goblet that's only giving me prestige? Really? This potion's actually a little bit better than my goblet. We got something useful. And apparently the potion, the elixir of youth, is a box. With what looks like Jesus, who doesn't belong in this world. But whatever. They should have no idea who Jesus is. So plus 15% fertility. And we still have more time to have kids, so that was great. That actually turned out really well. He discovered it. My brother discovered our scheme. I'm not having much luck with these fabricate hook schemes. Sorry. Alright. So, a failure. Unfortunate. I'm gonna pin this guy just to make sure I don't forget. And let's just hope that his son is more receptive to us buying that sword from him. That's all we can really hope for. We tried to fabricate the hooks, but that just didn't happen. But anyway, lords and ladies, that's where I said I was going to end it. Actually, right at... Now we're going to end it. Quickly train for a tournament. Anyway, thank you for joining me, lords and ladies. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. We had a lot of fun. Very great episode. Got a bunch of conquest. And we had a bunch of sons. Some pretty decent sons. We still have a whole bunch of more time to have more. So, we're doing really well. Really great episode. Had a bunch of kids. Makes me really happy. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Really hope you do. If you did, hit that thumbs up button down at the bottom. Subscribe to the channel if you would like to. Join us for new episodes of and new and future episodes of my series. And join us for episode 25. That's the next one. So I hope to see you there. But until then, lords and ladies, have a good one.